I'm going to continue with the challenge today. And a warm welcome to one and all. For those of you who have not seen me before, my name is Langers. I'm a coffee obsessed, scruffy trader. What I'm trying to do is kind of put trading in the real world and maybe inject a little bit of discipline. Because discipline is what will genuinely get you through it. Because it's all well and good rocking up and just switching on the computer and saying, give me a trade, I need a trade, I'm here, just show me. What you do is you fall into over trading or forced trading. Forced trading is where you just kind of trade for the sake of trading. Almost like boredom, if you like. But if you calm yourself down a little bit, inject a little bit of patience, and the one who has zero patience has just walked in the front door. Winky's here, but that might be good because you might make me another coffee because I've nearly finished this one. And I'll be patiently waiting. But is that what I do? It's exactly what I do. I wait for trades. And the idea of this sort of little challenge is to show you how that works. Now, what you do is you kind of look through all the markets on a morning and you pick one, the best candidate. Then you are looking for the best trade, one trade. And you're looking for 10 pips. That's it. And then you do it each day. You do it once, you compound the win, move the bid size up a little bit, and through time, and it doesn't take as long as you think, you start building up a pot. But because you haven't been chasing the markets and sort of trying to be a hero, find you have more money at the end of the week than you do some clown that thinks they're in and out the markets every 5 minutes. Yes, they might make 300 quid today, but they'll lose 400 tomorrow. So at the end of the week, they are in a loss. Whereas if you just slowly build it up, you'll be fine. So let me flick it over and I'll show you what it is that I'm talking about. So I work everything out on a strength sheet. I work out what the currencies are up to. And then I have another sort of equation that I put in. And it tells me whether the market's a buy or a sell. Simple as that. And today I'm looking at the FTSE and it's a buy. It's not a particularly fast buy, it's slowing down, and I'll show you that in a second, but that's because it's coming into levels and it's also Friday. And Friday is a hard day at the best of the days. Now, of the majors that I look at each day, it pulled out the US Swissy, but it's a 4-hour chart, so by nature, that's just a swing trade, so it's not really something I'd be looking at for this sort of challenge. But it is something I would look at the end of the day, and I'll hold it for a couple of days. Alright, so that's the sort of thing that I look at with this. But let's have a look at the charts. So what we can see, it is moving down. It's in the midsection, and it is looking to bounce up. Now, the first thing I need to do is figure out if I've got 10 pips between the levels. So let's find out. So from there down to there. Okay. So what you're seeing that with this is, that's kind of my last point of entry here. So I've got to get in below that box. And the bid sizes is worked out on this. Now, if you've been following it, you'll see that I've been edging up. Now, I dropped the clanger yesterday. I should have edged the bid up. And I didn't. I was tired. What I should actually do is actually add a column in with dates. So I'll update this while I'm working. I'll put a date column in here so we can see the dates. But we are looking at 98p today as a position size. So the money, as you can see, is building up nicely. You know, the pot's getting bigger. We've increased it by 18% because we started with 300 and we've pulled 80 pips just by being reasonably sensible. Just put that over there out the way, and what we're going to do is we're going to wait for this to settle itself down, and it looks like this is the trading zone I'm going to be working in, this one here between that line and that line. So what you do is I'll let the market reset, work its way down, and then I'll look to get in, grab my 10 pips, and I'm done for the day. But it's not quite ready yet. It's a bit early. So what I'll do is, rather than sort of leave you hanging and rabble on forever, I'll just switch the camera off and I'll switch it back on when it's ready to go to market, and then I'll leave it. Okay, so you can see it in real time. Okay, because that's one thing I do believe in. I don't roll the camera back. I don't use trading view from 3 months ago or even last week. If you ever see me trading, it's in the moment, and I have no idea what the outcome is. I know as much as what you do at the point where I press the trigger. Okay, so there we go. Let me see. I'll see you in a minute.
Well, we're waiting.
Okay guys, I'm back. This looks like it's getting ready to pop. And we'll see, talking of things ready to pop. Look what I can see coming in behind me.
Cocoa Pops.
Cocoa Pops. I like my Cocoa Pops.
They're not really healthy with all that sugar though.
Of course it is.
How can that be healthy?
Well, you're my little sugar pop. You keep me healthy. I run around after her all the time, boys and girls. And I do. So, right. There we go. Dropped an order in. Got my Cocoa Pops. Got my coffee. From the wonderful Winky, love of my life. And also the purveyor of our Scruffy merchandise. Yes, she's added merchandise from the Scruff into her shop. How good is that? But, story for another day. But if you want to see them, check the links out below. Anyway, what are we doing here? I'm having a good day today. It's Friday. I like Friday. And believe it or not, I like my life. And why? Trading gives me it. You know, that's one of the things. And I love my job. I like what I do for a living. And if you're happy in your job, you never work a day in your life, guys. So what have I done? And what's my job today? Well, my job is to get 10 pips. There we are. It's just triggered now. It's been selling off. It's not uncommon. And if you know your direction, it's half the battle. And you've often heard me say sort of things like, if you get the direction right, it forgives a bad entry, and it will, because I'm 100% committed to the direction. And sometimes I'll sit on heat because I know I've got the direction correct. And if you have that, it just gives you a little bit of confidence. And confidence is another thing with trading. If you're ever unsure of a trade and you're not confident with it, don't take it. Even if it plays out, don't slap yourself and sort of think, oh, I wish I had. No, because it would be more good luck than good planning. Whenever you press the mouse, you should be absolutely confident in what's going on. It's a little bit like what we're looking at here. I'm buying in the face of it selling off, and it's pretty much gone for me straight away. It's hardly even looked back. Now, it's not to say it won't. It could easily squeeze down here before it comes back up there. It's not uncommon for it to do that. If the price was down by the level, that would have made it a stronger signal. However, I've got to trade what I see. And what I see is a lot of tails. I see the strength and the momentum coming into the market. And that's it. Make a choice. Got my levels. I know how far I need it to go. And off we pop. Simple as that. And the idea is that it's going to push. Now, if it doesn't, and it pushes down onto that other level, it's not a major shake, because I'm prepared for it. I'll just let it do its thing. But in the meantime, let's see if this plays out. So I'll leave the camera running. I'm going to enjoy my Cocoa Pops, and I'll come back to you when it's done. Okay guys, come down into the office. Let's see what the scores on the doors are. Well, there we go. Job done. Looks like it came into target around 5 to 10. Looking at that, because we were looking to get 10 pips, which was roughly the tops of this. So let's just check. Sure enough, there we are. 9.58 came in, £9.80 added to the pot. Wonderful. So what was it? Well, it was actually a continuation move for all. As you can see, it's working its way up. It did sell off a little bit, but I'm now looking for it to continue up over. That was the general idea. So there's your sell off. Pull it to the bottom and then off to the top, and that little roadblock, as you can see, it's been respected numerous times, was a reasonable target point. So that was the idea behind it. So let's have a look. I have added in a date column for you guys so you can follow the dates if you're seeing this in the future and you just want to plot the trades yourself. So it was 980, and we'll see if this is another 10 pips in the bag. Trade is complete. If I fail the trade on the day, I just put no because it means it wasn't completed. We were back to the FTSE. Took the idea from the 1 hour. It was in a reasonably good mood this morning, and it was a continuation. And that's that. So we're ready for next week. I'm ready for a coffee. How good is she? See them subtle hints. Oh dear. You grinning at?
Nothing subtle about you.
Nothing subtle. Of course, I'm as subtle as the day is long.
A brick.
Subtle as a brick. Thick as a brick, probably. In more ways than one. Sorry. Anyway, so what we're looking at next week. So the account itself has grown by 22%. It's made 66 quid over these little trades, pulling in 90 pips. Now, obviously this started very small, and I did it on purpose just so that you can see how a small account can be built up. And we are 9 trades in, just 9. All right. Now next week, when we come into this, it gets a little bit interesting, because if I'm sticking with the FTSE and some of the other markets, sort of like cable and euro dollar for argument's sake, I'm now in a position I can split trades, and that'll be interesting to see. So keep an eye on that one, guys. But there we go. Kettle's just boiled. I heard it click. So I'm going to enjoy the coffee. I'm going to get ready to enjoy the rest of the weekend and wish you all well for yours. If you've got any comments, drop them in the section below. If you want to email me, etc., you'll find all my contact details in the description, along with some useful links, good brokers. The 5%ers is there, so if you want to get yourself a discount off the buy-in fees, there's a little code you can use, and that's it really. So happy days. Trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.